Do you ever have those moments where you just really find yourselves in situations where you'd be like, dang, it'd be really good to have Ant-Man's powers right now? What's going on, guys? It's your boy Miles Morales. Now, you know what day it is. Yes, it is our first Morales Monday. Woo! Yes. Yeah, what I'm doing is basically, like I said in my last video, or not my last video, but my No Registration Act in Civil War video, was that I'm doing something called Morales Mondays, and I'm going to keep up on my word. Basically, Morales Mondays are when I just upload a top 5 video on something that comic related that I want to talk about, you know? It's a cool thing. So today is Monday, of course, so let's just get in with it. You know, what I decided today for my topic would be top 5 favorite Avengers. Yes, and what I wanted for this list is I didn't want to have Avengers from just the movies. So when you listen to my list, note that my list is not just from the movies, from the comics also. So when you're listening, you know, oh, he was an Avenger in that movie. Yeah, I'm going from comics and must. So if you ever think, oh, he was never Avenger, just look it up, man. Let's look it up. That's all you have to do. I mean, it's a real thing. But anyway, just so I'm not wasting your time with stupid jokes like I usually do, let's get in on the list. My handy dandy blue iPod. This time I didn't forget my code. Yikes. Alright, so let's get right into this list on Morales Monday. Our first Morales Monday. That's a good occasion. So let's get it on with our top 5 favorite Avengers. Or mine, at least. Just in case, before I get into it, this is in my opinion. I'm not saying these are the best Avengers. This is in my opinion. And we can all have a conversation in the comments below on who we think is our best and why. You know? That's why I love you guys. Because I get to talk to you guys all the time. So anyway, coming in at number 5, we have Hawkeye. Now, Hawkeye, oh my gosh, I love Hawkeye so freaking much. Now, I think Hawkeye has really been underrated and under-established just because he looks like Green Arrow. Because he has a bow and arrow like Green Arrow. And I saw an internet meme about this, was that the only reason that Oliver Queen, or the TV show Arrow, which I really do love, I love Arrow, but I'm always siding with Hawkeye. Like, if anyone ever comes up to me, you're an Arrow fan, why are you siding with Hawkeye? Because Hawkeye's the best. Anyway, just my opinion. But Hawkeye is really just underrated, and I saw this meme, like I was just talking about. Like, alright, so it was Hawkeye and Oliver Queen talking. I probably have it to the side of my face right here. But, and Oliver's like, Clint, I have a bigger fan base than you. And Hawkeye was all like, that's because people mistake you for Batman. And that's true. Oliver, I'm not trying to get on Oliver Queen, we're talking about Hawkeye. But Oliver Queen is a billionaire playboy, CEO of a company, dresses up at night to take down criminals. Hawkeye doesn't do that, he's an Avenger. But anyway, just to move on from Oliver Queen before I get mad. Basically, Hawkeye is so awesome. Like, what they didn't do in the movies as much was that in the comics and also in all the cartoons, Hawkeye is a quipster. He is a jokester. Like, he is like that one dude to make a quip before he shoots an arrow. And that's what I love about him. Like, I'll be watching Avengers Assemble on Disney XD, which is really awesome. Go check it out. And Hawkeye will just be like making all the funny jokes, and I laugh at him because Hawkeye's actually funny. Like, Hawkeye's a great archer and a great contribute, and people are still like, Hawkeye's the weakest Avenger. First things first, there are no weak Avengers. Ooh, bars. And second of all, Hawkeye can turn anything you see into a weapon. Anything at all. Don't matter if it has a point or nothing. If it's air, he can beat you up with it. So anyway, let us move on. Is that a moth? Yikes. Alright, coming in at number 4, we have AntMan. Yes, AntMan. You guys know how much I love AntMan. And we're not talking about the movie AntMan, even though that really helps. But also the AntMan from the comics, where I really just love AntMan because AntMan, as you see, was there since the beginning. Like, he really was since there at the beginning. And every single time, like, whether it's like Hank Pym or Scott Lang, he's always contributing to the team somehow. Like, he's always, like I said, man, I just love AntMan. He's really smart, so he's always in the same lab as Tony Stark and Bruce Banner, trying to figure out how to take Ultron down or something, or Victor Zsasz. That's DC. So they're always trying to, you know, figure out a way to take down a criminal, and Hawkeye, I mean, not Hawkeye, well, Hawkeye helps. But Ant-Man, he's really just doing everything. Like I said, I love the shrinking. Every time the dude shrinks, it puts a big smile on my face. So that's what I really like as a villain. I mean, not as a villain, as a hero. When Ant-Man really, and he's a quipster too, like Scott Lang, he has that really great personality. So I'm excited to see him in Civil War and everything he has to bring to the table. He's going to be making a lot of jokes. I'm counting on that. I really am. But I'm loving Ant-Man coming in at number 4. Alright, coming in at number 3. These are my top 3 favorite Avengers. So if you're ever asking, here it is. My top 3. Coming in at number 3, we have Iron Man. Yes! Miles, why isn't Iron Man your number 1? He's everybody's favorite. He's everybody's favorite. Now, let me explain. Iron Man is a great Avenger and was also there since the beginning. Because what he does is like, he kind of, and there's some versions, I think it was Earth's Mightiest Avengers or something, some version where Tony Stark created the Avengers and he was the leader of that. And what I say to that is 2 things. 1, S.H.I.E.L.D. make the Avengers, and 2, if there's ever a leader, it's Captain America. Captain America's leader. Anyway. Yeah, Tony Stark, I really love Tony Stark on the Avengers, like, especially in the beginning of the first Avenger movie, he was all like, yeah, I don't play well with others, and then at the end of the second movie, he's like, I'm gonna miss you guys. So that's what I really love, the character development, and just watching this dude in battle with the Avengers is so the dopest part of any one of his movies, or the Avengers movies, because every time, everyone's like, Hawkeye and Captain America and Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, they're all on the ground. But this dude, he's flying above. He is taking them down from above. And this dude is a one-man freaking army. Iron Man is a one-man freaking army and can take you down within milliseconds if he's that fast. But I just really love what he brings to the table, not only behind in the labs, but also on the battlefield, where he's just taking down those Ultron drones and those Chitauri people. Love that. Love watching him. He's a great spectacle. And in the comics, he's doing the same thing too. You know, he's always getting in trouble because he's like self-destructive personality or narcissism, like they said in Iron Man 2. But I don't know. He does a great job, and he really helps, you know, keep the Avengers together. All right, great, good. Top 2. Now, for my number 2, if I was doing an all Avengers from the movies, like my top 5 favorite Avengers from the movies, he would be number 1. But that is, we're not doing that. We're doing it from the comics, because I'm not going to be that dude that just knows about the movies. I know a lot about the comics too. So basically coming in at number 2 is Captain America. Yes, Steve Yikes! Steve Rogers coming in for the truth, justice, and American way. Now, I love Captain America because he is just so freaking dope, man. What he brings to the battlefield is just way too dope. And he's ultimately, people can argue me so much, but I'm gonna just come out and say he is the leader of the Avengers. And what better leader for anything than Captain America? Captain America leads the Avengers. He inspires them. He brings them together in their times of crisis. And he's really just over there pulling in for the team every time something happens. If we're doing a version where no one's the leader of the Avengers, Cap is so more than willingly to step up and be the leader. I keep punching, but I just love how he's just the leader and he's doing what he can to survive. But yeah, I love the character of Steve Rogers, stuck in 75 years, and just coming out and just really being the best. Captain America is so awesome. There's probably more I have to say about him, but I'm not feeling, it's not coming to my mind right now. I feel as though I have something really clever to say about Captain America, but it's not coming to my mind, so. Yeah, Captain America is so dope. Chris Evans, what he brings to the role is so amazing. Love him, by the way. Yeah, I said that. Anyway, yeah, I love Captain America. He's my number 2, but on to my number 1. Now, my number 1 favorite Avenger. I'm always doing the drum rolls in all my videos. I need to stop that. I'm gonna just come out and say my top 1 favorite Avenger of all time is SpiderMan. Yes, 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 was it not guessable? Was it not inevitable enough? In the comics, Spider-Man is an Avenger. People might argue otherwise, like he's been on and off. Yes, he has been on and off, like I'm with the Avengers and I'm not. But in the end, he is an Avenger. That's why he is on my list, because as you can see, he is my all-time favorite superhero, and calling someone else number one when he's considered is so stupid. Why do you think I call myself Miles Morales? That's literally a Spider-Man character. But anyway, just really, I can't talk about Spider-Man without underestimating, or not underestimating, but understating everything. Like, Spider-Man, he's been Peter Parker. He just brings so much to the Avengers. He's swinging with the Avengers. Right here, it was in one of these comics where he says right here, I don't know if you guys see that, but he says Avengers Assemble. Like, how many people in the Marvel Universe get to say Avengers Assemble? Spider-Man really brings that together. And I'm really just loving how he's going to be an Avenger in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, that's that moment when I see him, cause like Avengers Age of Ultron started out with them all fighting, you know, the people from who had whatever. They were fighting people, and they were all just working together as a team. And I really want to see Spider-Man in there kicking butt, making jokes, having fun, being Spider-Man. That's what I love, and that's what I need, and that's what I can agree all of the fans need from this version of Spider-Man. But ultimately, Spider-Man is an Avenger. So before I waste your time enough, thank you all for watching for my top 5 favorite Avengers. Now, no one asked me a question, so I can't answer a question that hasn't been asked. But anyway, I'll leave you guys with a question. What are your guys' top 5 favorite Avengers? Leave it a comment below. Thank you all for watching our first Miles Morales Monday, yikes. And I'm out for now.